elevators. I peep data saying anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died or fed millions. With soul food flow that stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitated. I ain't flattered. I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I didn't make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it. Oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New York Jets and the Washington Commanders. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Wilson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up. Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 27 yards. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Throwing is Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And This will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. This is brought in at the 21. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him,
rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack didn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays. Doing a great individual effort today.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. That's a step in the right direction defensively here, because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
The Jets on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. 74. Here. This one, Kevin.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On second down, here's Gibson again. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Now a play fake. Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. This is Wilson on a jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. Third down, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. One more time with Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he'll be out right at the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Throw's going to be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Wilson. A pass complete to Moore. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again is Wilson. Under pressure and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made for the 2nd half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the 2nd half gets underway.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Play action. Now Wentz. slings this deep from McLaurin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now it's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a save that time.
So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
This came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Now Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Yeah, he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
Here's Berrios. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting be beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Now Wilson on 1st down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
64, weak.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Chase Young in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable, and that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you...
Wentz is intercepted yet again. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take over here up near the 40. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Corn Elder. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll run with Gibson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson
33 yards.
Now Joey Slye for the point after.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Wilson's throw taken in by Ruckert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the deep
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Chase Young
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And now here's another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me?
It's another one.